TNT Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas. So the approach of the Cowboys, no exception. They're sacrificing to the game as they engage with Denver. Greg Zuerlein's got it teed up, and off we go from Arlington. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
罕见飞选没费钱，华人知道。大王可曾听说他们3年3年为何？皆因飞旋与长空曾有一夜之情，使残剑耿耿于怀。寡人怎么为此听说？想方设法过此一劫，所以分化残剑飞旋，必先取长空。一个洞。
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And we see the emphasis early. Strong receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with. To me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because you watch him play his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people, and right away, they told the other teams, guess what? He's just better.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Murray again. This is Connor. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. To throw is Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Let's take DeMarcus Lewis for the sack. Oh, big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It didn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber runs like this early because it was a dividend as the game progresses.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly what the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got it.
First down, Prescott. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he's going to get this inside.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snapped out again. He's got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pick up on first down. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And they've got it into the red zone now, down about the 19. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now Prescott. And this is caught for a touchdown. There to make the grab. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And out of the backfield gets in for the score. Zerline good with PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline who'll kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive and at the line to Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, or you really more cautious when you start that next down and just throw that away?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out and go, totally didn't affect me. That's just going to be losing the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offensive out.
It's going to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Set him back 5. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw, it's Murray. Finds his running back, James Conner. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. Into the secondary, past the 40. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown! Chase Edmonds, 74 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. So there, Charles, on that situation where it didn't matter how far he had run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking his all the way to the end zone.
He's not going to tip his cap to him. That's how that football works. But he probably should have after that. Absolutely sensational.
This is Tony. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
欢迎光临我们历史院。 祈祷不喝酒，喝酒不祈祷，这是最起码的。哥，咱这有代驾，
有代驾。
那就这样说。
行，二哥你走吧，这没你事儿。
哟，大爷，
怎么价位了
？10两快餐，30两豪华双人餐，50两罗马风情西式套餐，100两至尊无敌销魂自助餐，100两。你想什么废话？快下狮子！
Murray now. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it. Third down, very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On first down, Edmonds. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On second down now, it's Connor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So as they take it over, we step aside. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the gun, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zach Ertz there to make the grab. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 52 yards. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield. And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guys covering take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving. Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right? In that case, he left me a long time ago. Come on now. Trust me. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Murray now on first down. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either. Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one. Here's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause. A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 53 yards. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there. On the move to his left. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play fake. Here's Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the turnover, here's Murray. On the slant, complete to Green. 7 yards, the pickup there. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead now up to 14. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. 1 second, all that remains. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Pollard to return from the end zone. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's the strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. Room here to run. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, it doesn't matter where you put him, lined up in the backfield or split out like he was there. He can be a weapon when he gets that ball in his hands.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the jets, and took it all the way.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Murray going to throw. And the reception made by Green. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Snap comes to Murray at 1. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big pickup there on the scramble.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
First down run for Connor, not going to get much, maybe a yard. 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 2nd and 9, Murray looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Prescott from the gun. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Three quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A first down carry by Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Oh, some strong running. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Green. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Now, all through this one, they've had nothing but success throwing the football and in the passing game. Here we are in the 4th quarter. A time you'd think they'd be running the football. They're still tossing it around and having great success. And it appears a whole lot of fun as well.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. J-Ron Curse in on the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Green. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 3rd down, Connor.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Connor. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And shutting him off, now open field. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. 69 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. On the handoff, Connor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Murray to throw. Steps away. And he is out of bounds here. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Back to throw. Murray rolling to his left. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't because...
Oh, Prescott stripped. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game,
Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Let's go, boys. That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, Michelle. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Buying time to his left. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. That was all great until the final act. Able to scramble, get the first, but he couldn't hang on to the football.
And as a former defender, I can tell you that when a quarterback scrambles and picks up a 1st down on 3rd down, that's usually demoralizing for a defense. But when he coughs it up in doing so, elation results after that.
A new lease on life, so to speak.
No doubt about it.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. To throw is Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
We're scoreless after one. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Shotgun now for Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner there to make the ground as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, here's Stafford. Flushed out right. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They'll run for it with Akers. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. They'll run on 1st down. It's Connor, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Flush to his right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
They're throwing it on first down, but no one was open, so he gets flushed out of the pocket, runs towards the sidelines, gets out of bounds with a good gain and a first down.
And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Touchdown! That's caught. A.J. Green, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Stafford on first down. That's out to his running back, Michelle. And he's taken down inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Sony Michel, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 14, Rams 7.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And some room to roam now. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. He completes it to Beckham. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon Gott.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gott. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Oh, did the Rams get it? Yes! LA football. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground. Had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Stafford looks to throw again. Looks for Beckham again. This time he finds him. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Being chased out left. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
a gain of 9 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Set. 250. 32.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. They'll roll him out right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Now this play was all about the eyes. As he rolled out to his right, he kept one eye downfield and one eye on what was in front of him, and he ended up picking up some pretty good yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Stafford. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. J.J. Watt that time able to do what he does best, and that's sack the quarterback. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They snap it to Stafford. That's to his running back, complete. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about...
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Escaping the pressure right.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Murray has the first down and more. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
On 2nd down, Edmonds. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and goal, Murray on the move, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray keeping it himself from a yard out, and the Cardinals have retaken the lead.
Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
So here's a big play for the Cardinals as they'll go for 2. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. Steps away, and he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
You thought you had it.
Foul now to take it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down at Stafford. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down.
And a short gain here down to the 22. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with fourth down, forthcoming. They'll go for it with Edmonds. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson, and they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Dancing to his left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upset. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalize a little bit on top.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now that'll be caught by Cup. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel. And the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. And no run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And this one is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Well, pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. Going for it with Sanders. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Murray. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Murray. And just shedding him off there. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
Alex Singleton, the linebacker, there on the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Cliff Kingsbury, part of that new breed of head coaches, and his guys are going to go for it. They're going for it. It's Murray. Flushed out right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On 2nd and 9, Murray flush to his right.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted.
Picked off by Madden.
And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Sanders. Sanders, a first down, still going. And all the way down to the 33-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but
and Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles.
Good job, offense. Good job.
Dallas Goedert, 33 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And he shows some mobility there, getting outside of the tackles, moving to the right, making a nice play.
He had the whole field in front of him and was able to actually throw it about where he was looking, right? He said he moved to the right, had his vision there, and put a nice pass into the end zone for a touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Snap comes to Murray at 1. Escaping the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Murray going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, Murray. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Flushed out right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Shotgun now from Murray. Steps away to his left. Caught left side, Hopkins. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, a give to Connor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Now Murray. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Buying time to his left. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Connor. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Again, it's Connor. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Murray now on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray being chased out left. Open man Green. He's got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A.J. Green there to make the grab. And the Cardinals are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Fights through, and now a crease. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 68 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Fights free at the 5, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Eagles 21, Cardinals 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Dancing to his left. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Eluding the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
49, guys. Mike, 49. What we got? 49's the Mike.
To throw again on second down. Murray on the slant, complete to Green. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Forced out to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
49's the Mike. Watch 49. Let's go, D.
To throw, it's Murray. Flushed out right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. The touchdown, out is Prater to kick. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Second down, back to Sanders. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed You know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal. Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on.